I'll introduce myself, introduce
It
you.
is 1 o'clock.
You're going to talk about what you're going to make,
Councilwoman.
and then we'll.
And we're live.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Government Week. This is your Councilwoman Mary Estimé-Irvin from the great city of North Miami. And as we typically do during this week, we cook and we learn about what our local elected officials do. So today I have the pleasure of having with us our very own County Commissioner from District 2, Monsieur Jean Monestime, we're going to have a fun time just talking about government, and he has a special dish that he's going to explain what he's going to do today. Commissioner, welcome to my home.
Thank you, Councilwoman Estimé-Irvin. It's a pleasure to be here in your home, slash as a commissioner, but slash chef Monestime. You know, and I want to give kudos to Chef Stefan for this beautiful attire that was provided to me some years ago that I'm using for the second time ever. Today we're going to have a full meal. I'm going to cook green peas with quinoa and salmon a la Caribbean and Brussels sprouts, my favorite. So stay tuned, and hopefully you tell me afterward whether I have a job after being county commissioner. Maybe you come eat at my home restaurant.
All right.
All right.
So we're going to see if he can cook as well as his attire, right, Commissioner?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
Yes. Let's go.
So what are we going to do first?
So first, I'm going to do the quinoa with green peas. All right. First, I'm going to add.
So we'll turn on the.
I'm going to turn the fire to low.
Okay.
And my assistant is helping, turning on the fire. We want fire. All right. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of olive oil. All right. And I'm going to add my frozen peas. I have to defrost it first. Alright.
Okay.
That's a whole lot. I'm going to put a little water on it to get the ice out of it.
So so how long will you thaw that for?
For a couple of minutes.
Okay. Just
to get the ice out of it, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to stir fry it for a minute.
Okay.
Before adding water.
And what will you put in while you stir fry it? You're just going to stir fry it with what ingredients?
Just by itself.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to add just a little bit of spice. Usually my quinoa, I cook it just with garlic.
Okay.
All right. I don't need that much spice in it because the meat is going to be very spicy, and everything else that you have with the quinoa and also with your rice or your I like bulgur as well. All this is very spicy. So the meat is usually very spicy. Because of that, I don't add anything to the
rice.
To the rice.
Not the rice, the quinoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Quinoa.
Okay. Yes. So. All right. So.
Here we go.
The ice is of that. I hope this is hot enough, but shouldn't be too hot. All right. And I'm gonna put a couple of tasty salt. Use the salt.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put a little bit of organic seasoning, not that much. A little bit of good amount of salt.
And as you guys can see, Haitian style, there's no measurement. It's just go with the eye. So
but
have a bit of salt.
As you're gonna see, my meal is not gonna be fully Haitian style. I've been here 42 years, so it's gonna be Haitian American cooking.
Okay.
Not quite Haitian cooking, because in the Haitian cuisine, people don't eat that much quinoa. Yeah, so, but we've incorporated that into we substitute that for the rice, which has too much sugar, especially when you turn my H.
Oh, yeah. Turning up there.
Getting up there. So, and we're gonna let this, we turn the fire
a little higher.
Yeah, a little higher.
So put it on a medium
Yeah.
fire. Is that fine?
Yes. I'll stir fry the green peas. You don't stir fry dry peas, okay? You boil your dry peas. The green peas, I stir fry it for a moment. That gives a little taste. Okay? Before I add the water.
Oh, do you do the measuring? Or no?
Yeah, I need a measuring cup for this.
Okay. We'll go ahead and... So, Commissioner, for our North Miami, our 60-plus residents that are watching, can you tell us a little bit about how we work together? What is the function of a county commission? How does it affect the residents of North Miami? And
well, for those watching, the county commission is a regional government. Everybody, we all should understand that the county is comprised of almost a little bit more than 1/3 of its territory that is unincorporated, and the other almost 2/3 comprised of 34 municipalities. The city of North Miami, where we stand right now, is the 6th largest municipalities. You'll wonder which one is the first. The first one is, of course, the city of Miami with a population of almost 500,000 people and a budget of slightly over $1.6 billion. And compare that to the 2nd largest municipality, that is the city of Hialeah in North Miami, which is the 6th largest, with a population of approximately 63,000 and a budget of nearly $240 million, or a little bit more than that. Okay, so we are a regional government overseeing all major infrastructure, including the airport, the seaport, water and sewer, perhaps in almost the entire territory. We have a couple of cities that have their plants, like North Miami Beach, but basically we are the 3rd leg of government before you get to your municipality, from the federal government to the state and to the county and then the cities. Basically, all the funds that you have that emanate from the federal government to the state comes to the county before it is disseminated to the municipalities. Unless that municipality unless that municipality has more than $500,000. Okay. So we're going to stop here for a minute.
Sure.
Because I'm adding the water. It seems like I'm going to do a lot of quinoa.
That's fine. You have
right.
people waiting.
All right. If you're cooking quinoa, it is recommended that you do 2 cups of water for every 1 cup of quinoa.
Okay. So
but it's if you do it that way, it's gonna end up being a little moist.
Okay.
So what I do, I put 2 cups of water for 1.25 cups or 1.5 cups of quinoa, because I want it to be a little drier, because I like eating my meal with a lot of sauce.
Okay.
So if my cashew sauce that I'm going to do today, for those who don't know, the northern portion of the country, I'm going to do a cashew sauce, and also with salmon. With that, your food cannot be too dry, and it's going to be tasty. Yeah. So if you taste my food, I'll invite you after that. If you tell me it's good. If you say it's not good, like Patricia is planning to say, you don't come. All right? So I'm going to let the water boil for a minute.
Are you planning, typically Haitians like to put peppers and thyme and stuff?
Not in the quinoa.
Not in the quinoa.
In my quinoa, what I do, I cook it plain with the green peas and with a tiny bit of the organic seasoning that I just put in. Okay. As long as it has salt, because quinoa is one of the healthiest food, you don't want to put too much in it. And then when it's done, I put a little butter. I marinate it with a little bit of butter after it's done. All right. So we can let this boil for a minute. So what do we have this up to now?
It is medium high. Do you want it to be high or medium high?
No, it's good. It's as long as the water is going to boil. So let me cover it so it can boil faster before I add the. And for people who are not used to cooking quinoa, you have to put the cover on the quinoa while it's the water. When it starts boiling with all the water in it, you don't do it like rice. You don't like let the water dry and then cover it. Okay. No. And then once it's boiling, after you cover it, you turn the fire very low, maybe to like 1 or 2, okay, to let it cook properly. All right. So
what's next?
I try to eat everything organic the best I can when I can afford it. All right. So my quinoa is organic quinoa. I forgot to drop one clove of garlic in it. Maybe 2. Okay. This is not the best one. This is not fresh. Do you have a fresh one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so the county has something right now that is extremely interesting. I know there is a Haitian housing crisis going on. So the mayor just created the housing advocacy office. If you're a tenant who's in trouble, who's basically facing eviction, or you lost your job and you're not able to pay your rent, it's good to call the county. 311 is the number, but before this program is over, we'll give you a direct line. But if you call 391, they will transfer you to the housing. And the mayor and her staff, 311, you call. They will be able to assist you with rent payment. And if you have a family member or friend who's homeless, they will be able actually to place that person in a shelter, if not in a temporary home.
So, Commissioner, I'm so happy that you've mentioned that. In the city of North Miami, we are facing, there is a housing crisis everywhere, but we are experiencing that as well. And you've mentioned, I know a lot of times we are a municipal city within your county. Are those funds available for North Miami residents as well? Or
yes, okay. Yes. I know you would ask. Yes. Okay. Actually, the county is basically kind of like a godfather or a father to all the cities. Whenever the cities needs any assistance, the city is like a grown-up child who's able to take care of their own businesses to the extent that they can, and when they cannot, they'll reach out to the grandpa or to the mother or to the father, that is the county, to assist. Sometime, unless the city requires the assistance of the county is not going to interfere. So, on an issue like this, the city may be able to have their own, for example, federal funding that they're using for rental assistance. If these funds, are depleted, and the city would like to have more money, they can reach out to the county.
So this is so important that I'd like for us to say this in Creole as well for the Creole speakers.
So you really think that the government are watching?
Yes, they are. They are watching. They are watching YouTube. My mother watches YouTube and other people. So, Commissionnaire Jean Monestime dit un bagay qui est extrêmement important. Et que dans la ville, tout le monde connaît que une crise de housing, how was the best way to say it? De crise de caille, problème caille dans county et également dans North Miami. So, Kounia nous commissionnaire fait quelque chose.
I'm sorry, 1 full cup of quinoa.
Okay.
All right. So, because like I say, I wanted it a little drier than it is recommended, I'm going to put like another quarter of a cup.
So, pendant que nous fait manger là et puis nous parlé, le commissionnaire fait dit nous que il y a un programme dans Miami-Dade County qui faut adresser gens qui besoin assistance avec pour loyer caillou. So, il est extrêmement important que nous les numéros ça 786 469 45 45 786 469 45 45. Nous avons également relais numéro 311. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm talking about housing. And if you want more information, you can call 311 for more housing information. So I'm just so happy that you said that, Commissioner, because a lot of times, I guess we're not necessarily all aware that if something is in the county, that it also applies to our city. So that's actually great news.
Well, actually, one of the greater news you probably forgot is a project that your district is working on with me. I think it's your district. We spoke about that. It's a Casamia project on West Dixie Highway on 123rd Street.
Correct.
And we just put additional money in the budget to fully fund that Casamia project, which is going to be a senior housing development on the corner of Dixie Highway 123rd. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Probably, yeah. So I know last year I included $2.5 million for that. This is in partnership with the Homeless Trust, and one of the good friends of North Miami is Ron Book, who's the chair of the Homeless Trust. Ron, if you're watching, I know you're doing good work there. I'm on the board of the trust. And it so happened the first year that I'm on the board, which is the last year of my tenure on the county commission, that's when I have the opportunity to contribute to a project in North Miami, which is in my district. So this project is going to be fully funded this year. And we say thank you to Ron, thank you to the Homeless Trust, and thank you to Mayor Cava.
Right. So these are the things that, and thank you again for sharing, Commissioner. These are the things that that I want you all to understand that when we are here, I am here as an elected official in the city of North Miami working, I also have to work along with my county commissioner. I also have to work along with my state rep or my state senator and further along with Congress. So we all work together to make sure that we are taking care of the needs, in my case, of the city of North Miami. The commissioner obviously has a broader base to take care of. So, Commissioner, we talked about housing. Let's talk about art. Mocha Museum. That's one of the gems that the city of North Miami has. Mm-hmm. Can you let us know what you've done lately for our museum?
Well, I think I'm waiting for my cameo performance and from the city to tell everybody what I've done for the city of North Miami. But for now, we'll just talk about the museum. We were able to put a $1.1 million in the budget this year for Mocha Museum. This is a record amount because in the past, Mocha was subsidized by the county to the tune of no more than $200,000. Most of the time during the downturn of the market, during the recession, it was $75,000, $100,000. A couple of years ago, we got it up to $150,000. But this year, with a lot of resources in the county, but also with a mayor who's a friend that I can work with, we've gotten North Miami so much money. And Mocha has received $1.1 million, which is a huge accomplishment. And thanks to your effort as well, because I remember you came to my office with one of the board members and also with the executive director to request for additional funds, and that's one of the news that you don't know yet. And I had a wonderful conversation with the chairman of Mocha in the aftermath of giving that $1 million to the museum. The chairman, Bill Lehman, who's a friend, he told me, Jean, thank you for what you've done. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to match that.
Oh.
I'm going to give another $1 million, and I'm going to help raise another $1 million. So bravo to Bill and to Mocha and to the director. What's the director's name? Shana, and to Councilwoman Mary Irvin.
Mary Estimé-Irvin.
Mary Estimé-Irvin. My apologies, man. My apologies. All right. So now I'm going to have to lower the fire here. All right.
So if you're just tuning in, we are cooking today. We're talking about government week. But outside of that, on top of that, we're learning the connection of our local governments and how we work along with each other. So I'm just going to just make some quinoa and some peas, green peas. And
quinoa and green peas, and now it still has, I don't know if the camera can show that, it's still very, very moist and has water in it. And that's when you cover it, okay? And then put this top on it, and it's gonna simmer for maybe about.
So I think we want to show the camera. Here, are we able to see it's simmering?
And then I'm gonna cover it with. I usually, because I want the heat to cook it well. Right. So that's why I put the foil paper under the cover to make sure that when it's done, you know, it's very well cooked.
So the fire is low enough, or do you want it lower?
I believe the fire is low enough. We'll leave it there. Okay. All right, and I think we should check it in about 20 minutes. All right. And it should be good in about 20 to 30 minutes.
So we just talked about the senior program, Commissioner, and we're getting information to make sure that you all know where this senior program of the home...
The senior home, the home development that's going to be catering to seniors only. It's not built yet. That facility is going to be rebuilt. We just put all the funding on behalf of the Homeless Trust and the budget for 2022, 2023. So hopefully you invite me to the ribbon cutting. Casamia is at 12221 Memorial Highway. That's what that project is going to be. Yes. And of course we talked about Mocha Museum, and we just emulating an ordinance. I believe North Miami has. I think we spoke about that a while back, where you have the wrapping of all the
utility wraps.
The county couldn't do that, by the way, because our code did not allow for it. Actually, tomorrow in our county commission meeting, I have an ordinance I have an item that will amend the ordinance to allow the county to do their own utility wraps.
So I just want to give a shout out.
What I'm trying to say is that municipalities learn from the county learn from municipalities as well that are innovative.
Okay, I want to give a shout out to your employee now, Rasha Kamo, which was very instrumental in making sure that we had the right resolutions to make sure we had to get permission. That's another thing. We had to get permission from the county so that we could be able to use some of the boxes, the ones that were county boxes and stuff. So I'm so happy that you guys are doing that as well.
Russia is a great asset to the county. It's unfortunate North Miami, lost her. Okay. But let me tell you what, she's a huge asset in the county right now. Actually, I'm doing some great work with her at the county for North Miami. This is what, can I talk about that, Liz? Liz is standing in the back, that's my chief of staff. This is what Rasha and I just came up. I'm going to be giving close to $700,000 to the North Miami CRA to provide assistance to a couple of restaurants and small businesses under the direction of Russia, meaning the following. After I give this money, I'm no longer going to be around, but I want right supervision since she's in charge of all the CRAs in the county right now as the assistant budget and management director. So she'll be giving oversight to how North Miami give these funds to the businesses that have reached out to us, because these businesses have been identified already. Okay, and they came to us, and we didn't want to give them the money directly because you want to make sure that the people's money are properly accounted for. So we're giving it to the CRA of North Miami because these businesses are in North Miami, so that the right thing can be done for them.
I'm sure Executive Director Neil Shriver would love to hear all about that. But so, what are we going to cook next?
Well, next, let's do the salmon.
All right.
All right.
Even though I don't eat meat, it is October month is vegetarian month. Yay!
Yeah, that's why I'm doing the cashew sauce for you without meat, and Patricia is gonna eat your portion of the salmon. Okay, so this is what we do with this is how I do my salmon.
All right. Are we able to see it? Catch it?
Yes. So basically, I dump it in the sink here, turn the water up, and clean it and wash it. All right.
And how do you clean it?
This is easy and easy and easy and easy. Okay. And you clean it by just washing it.
Okay.
All right. And then what I do next, I take some. I brought both lime and lemon.
Which?
All right. To all those who are learning how to cook, all right, fish without lime or lemon is not fish at all, right? So that's not only that it gives it seasoning, but it's also remove the smell and of the fish itself.
Do you need some help?
So I like,
doing it by hand.
Yeah. So I'm pouring
Trying to help.
some. Which one is this?
Lemon. So we have this issue in our culture where we call both citron actually, but we have to remember that the yellow is lemon and the green is lime. So
all right. So I'm pouring some lemon on it. All right. And I wipe it with the lemon as well. All right. And I'm going to put a little bit more lime now. I'll wipe it as well. Okay. Some people, once they do that, they don't wash it again. Mm-hmm. But me, I wash it twice.
You wash it twice, okay.
And now you can get that, take that pan for me over there.
Sure.
The glass one. All right. And this is what we're going to do. All right. Let the water go down a little bit. And first thing first, I forgot to do one thing. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. All right?
It doesn't look like a little bit, but okay.
Yeah.
So
all right?
olive oil.
Olive oil.
Okay.
Everything with olive oil.
Oh, we have to heat up the oven. I forgot. All right. You said
And I'm
300?
gonna heat up the oven to 350.
350.
Yeah.
But before, are you going to talk about your other ingredient in the oven? Did you want to do that?
These don't have that many ingredients. While the oven is warming up, before I put the vegetables.
So what he didn't show us is the Brussels sprouts that we're warming up that he pre-did before he got here.
I'm still going to show them how to do it.
Right, so you get a...
So this was supposed to come out after I show them how to do it.
I'm sorry, I messed up with my script.
I only pre-bake my Brussels sprouts because usually when I'm doing a full meal like this, I need 2 ovens. I only have one here.
I only have one.
So because it's an hour that we have to do all this, so the non-chef only had 1 oven because we had our house. So that's why we're doing this. But this is
next time
this is great. Well, since you took it out,
yes.
So go ahead and have them taste that.
All right. So
Yeah.
do that with
well, we'll do that. We'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
So you're taking me out of order. Okay. Very good. So now we're preheating the oven. All right. And
you said 350.
yes. Where is your what do you call it?
What are you looking for?
The squeeze. The
There it is.
yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm gonna add a little bit more lime.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Remember, yellow's lemon.
Same thing. All right. And what I do, I would rather do this with a big fork.
So you need a fork?
Do this. All right. So that the seasoning can get inside of it a little bit. All right. And then I add a little bit more lime now, right? Lemon, a lime, same thing. One is red, one is green.
Red, it's green.
One is yellow, one is green. Doesn't really matter. All right. Okay. That may be a little too much. Then I add some of my favorite spice. This is one of my favorite. Organic seasoning. All right.
Okay. Should we take it closer so that they can see?
Yeah. Salud. All right. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. And I put my garlic powder. I'm getting overzealous here. Maybe I'm putting too much. All right. And this is a very healthy one, cayenne pepper. You can't do fish without
Spice.
without pepper. If you Caribbean or Caribbean or African. And this I'm going to put a good amount of cayenne pepper because Patricia will agree with you, without lime, lemon, and cayenne pepper or pepper, period, you have no fish.
So no pepper, no lime or lemon, no fish.
No pepper, no lime or lemon, no fish. Don't invite me to eat it.
And our commissioner is nice most of the time.
Yes, yes. But when I'm having fun, I have fun.
So Commissioner,
all right,
while
a little bit of tropical seasoning.
Sounds tasty. So while you're doing that, so we talked about housing, we talked about the arts. We've been seeing a lot of construction going on your right of ways in our cities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us a little bit about the construction or any infrastructure that the county has done or assisted the city in?
Yes. Now I'm done adding my seasoning before I answer the Councilwoman question. The last thing I added is a little bit of cumin. Now, what we'll do first, I'm going to need her help as we talking, cutting my vegetables that I'm going to add onto this. So this has already been washed, okay? I'm going to put all the bell peppers, yellow pepper, what color is this one?
Orange.
Orange, red, and green pepper. We're going to put all these and onions as well on this. And once we get a ring from the oven telling us that it's been heated,
right?
It's usually take like 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to get probably heated. So, and then we will take it from there. So, you're talking about infrastructure.
Yes.
It's a good question. People don't know that one of my greatest accomplishments as a county commissioner is what they call in government economic infrastructure, business and economic infrastructure. What are these? Water and sewer line. When I became a county commissioner, I walk into the county, I ask the people, why is it that I don't have a Chili's or one of these nice restaurants, you remember, on 7th Avenue or somewhere on, 125th Street, west of North Miami Avenue or near the highway? They say, well, you don't have the economic infrastructure. Even as a finance major, business major, I did not know that sewer and water, major line of water and sewer were economic infrastructure. Because let's say if Costco or a big chain restaurant is coming to your neighborhood, they don't want to pay extra dollars to build their own infrastructure. They're going to come to a place where the infrastructure already exists, and then they'll connect to that. So that's why we didn't have them. So we spent close to $150 million in the last 5 years building water and sewer line throughout North Miami and North Miami Beach and Biscayne Garden and Northwest 7th Avenue and also at Liberty City and North Central. I say close to $150 million. The vast majority, more than 50% of that work in my district, because I was the proponent of a stronger economic infrastructure in the county. So, meaning some of the things, as a first Haitian American County Commissioner, some of the biggest things that I've done are not really sexy. People don't clap for them because you don't see them. When you build a building like the Father Jean-Jules Community Center, which cost us like $12.5 million, people clap for it because it's right there, you can see it. But water line, sewer line, you can see that. And I have $150 million on the ground. $150 million of it. So that's one of the great things. That's exactly why you see North 7th Avenue is attracting so much more businesses right now. Because we ask the state and we work with the state to redesign the 7th Avenue to make it pedestrian more friendly, a more pedestrian friendly boulevard, meaning the right lanes in many areas will be converted into parking, into places where people can stop. You can already do that in North Miami, but south of 119th Street, that wasn't the case. And north of 135th Street, that wasn't the case. So the 5-10 years in the future, we need to look forward to, because District 2 is going to be beautiful.
Okay, so we talked about infrastructure, we talked about housing. Now what about parks? Years ago, the city of North Miami, the people of North Miami decided that, hey, yes, we'll take out, we thought parks would be necessity enough that we'd take out a bond on that. So we have our Cagney Park that you've been very instrumental in making sure that we had that we had those dollars directed towards Cagney Park. Can you kind of give us an update on that?
That's an interesting one. The councilwoman says I've been very instrumental to Cagney Park. Yes, I have. Well, we're giving $5 million to Cagney Park, and $5 million to Cagney Park. This is not the new money. I'm talking about the old money. I didn't want to reveal the new money yet.
Please reveal. Our residents need to know.
We're giving $5 million to Cagney Park, and that money was always available. And I'm very glad that the city is going to be putting it to use now. The $3 million we added to the budget for the city of North Miami actually is not for Cagney Park. Okay. It's a pet peeve that I was working on. I always wanted to build a community theater in my district. So I added to $3.1 million to the budget. That's what Elizabeth is signaling to me.
So it's in addition to the...
Oh, there's a lot of other additions. So yeah, we're giving the city a lot of money.
All right.
Yeah, because I live here. Because that's where my business is. Because that's where I raise my kids. Because that's where I got my start in politics. Because the city is in need of it. Because if the city is a better city, the county is going to be a better place for all of us. And we've seen all these things happen in the county, but we had not seen any of that in the city. And before I left office, I wanted to make sure that I bring some of these things to the city so I can be more proud of it and continue to live here. And I'm glad I had the assistance of the mayor, again, of my staff, who allowed me to do all that. So,
So Commissioner, while we're talking about this, it is reheated to 350 now.
yeah.
So
You're making me talk, so I have to add my vegetable first.
yes, sir. You have to explain to them.
Actually, this
And so our quinoa.
this actually I don't usually add that much bell pepper to it. It's more onion that I have to add to that. But that was a moment, as but we'll leave that because that doesn't hurt. So I'm gonna add a lot of onion to my fish.
And did you want me to check on the quinoa while we're at it, or?
No.
Okay.
Has it been 20 minutes because I don't have my clock?
Yes.
I'm not. We'll give it another 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay.
The fire is low, so nothing's gonna happen to it, and I need a little butter to add onto it after that. Butter. Madam Assistant, Chef,
sir.
butter.
Butter. So let's see if we have butter.
If we don't, it's okay.
Right. Oh, we do have. All right. I couldn't get the butter. Got it.
Yeah, that's the Haitian way of saying butter.
So, Commissioner, what else? What else have that I missed? Other exciting things that that you do over there in the county that affects the city of North Miami in particular?
What you probably miss is that we need to encourage our people.
Looks good. All right. So,
Did you uncover my quinoa?
you told me to put butter.
Oh, okay. I did. Yeah.
I know how to follow instructions most of the
Is
time.
it?
So,
Yeah. Just put a little bit butter.
okay, so what's a little
Actually,
bit?
this is what we do. We need a fork,
Okay.
and we need the butter,
Okay.
and we fluff it with the fork.
And
That's how we do the quinoa. Because you don't stir it like most people do with the rice. Okay? Yeah, like this. You see? Oh, it looks very good. Oh, Patricia, you need to come look at this. This is awesome.
All right.
It smells good.
Yes.
I'm gonna eat well.
Yes.
It looks good.
Okay?
Mhm.
So, okay,
Put the
so
butter back.
I think we've added enough butter to it.
So, do you have enough onions? Would you like me to assist you cutting some more?
You have to be careful with your finger with this knife.
I think I can handle it, sir.
Okay. By the way, a disclaimer, this is my way of cooking. If you're not a chef, if you do this at your home, you do it at your own risk.
Okay.
I'm not a trained chef. I just get excited and elated whenever I'm cooking. I don't do that often, but cooking is a great stress reliever. And trust me, and when I cook, I also eat my own food. So,
You're the only one to eat your food.
yes, so my quinoa is perfect, Liz. Perfect. Oh, this, yes. Actually, this is how you do it for social media, for television. It's perfect. Come on, perfect. You know? So,
I'll give you guys the real deal.
very good. No, true. It looks perfect. So now, because I'm cooking in public, I don't taste anything, but I believe it's good. So I put less salt than usual because I want you to add a little bit of salt if it doesn't have enough. Because when it has too much, you cannot add. You cannot remove it. So okay, so
Is this enough onion, Commissioner?
we're done with this. Can we turn this off?
Yes.
We can turn it off. Okay. Please turn that off.
And it's off.
And then my quinoa is done. Now this is what we're doing. I'm adding anybody's watching?
Everybody's watching, Commissioner.
I'm adding my onion. Okay, you guys didn't want me to use glove for my onions because we're on television. or social media. I don't want to put my hands and my my eyes now. Okay.
We have something water, sir.
All right. So this is where we are, and
A little bit more salt.
oh, I forgot my favorite stuff. That's exactly why I put. Where's my little spice that I brought? Oh my God, I forgot my little spice.
What is it called? Maybe I may have it.
No, you don't have this. This is homemade.
No, that's homemade. See, here.
My homemade spice is made out of pepper, parsley, garlic, and some other good stuff. And I think that was it.
And the other good stuff must be secret.
I think I added cilantro as well to it.
Okay.
So yeah, but this is the Haitian spice that everybody who lives in who grew up in a Haitian home learned to do.
So that means there's garlic, there's thyme. I don't know if you use thyme. There's pepper. Did you put some peppers?
Pepper, yes. Yes. All right. And I think I'm going to put a little bit more of this because this is going to make it so good. All right. Well, that's why you don't call yourself a professional, because I'm doing this in reverse order. I was supposed to put this first. In all candor, right? All right.
I think you got carried over with the, what did you call it? The economic infrastructure.
The economic infrastructure piece. And all right, very good. So this is almost good, and our oven is well heated.
It is.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of this on top of the fish. This is also the
so some more extra
olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah. You know what's good about this is that I don't add any water to it because the fish is going to produce a little bit of water.
Okay.
Which is going to make this very nice.
Okay. So
All
we're
right.
going to cover it up now? Or?
No, we're not going to cover it up. We're going to leave it like this. It's going into the oven like this.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
And how long will we put this for?
This is going to be in the oven for about 40-45 minutes.
We're getting it. Here we go. And I think it looks good. It's colorful.
This is going to be in the oven for about 40 minutes, 45 max, 35 minimum, depending on the oven.
Okay.
So this goes there.
And we'll set it for 45 minutes.
And this baby is going to be delicious. Yes. And now, for your vegetarian, I bought a little bit of stuff as well.
Okay. Now you're talking my language. Well, yeah. So,
all right.
What are we doing?
So, what the councilwoman didn't say is that my Brussels sprouts, that's one of my favorite vegetables. I don't fry them, I don't boil them, I grill them, and I make them tasty. I put seasoning on it. Usually I put it in the oven or in the toaster with garlic.
Okay.
Like chunk of garlic like this.
Okay.
I marinate it with a little bit of spice. But if you put a little bit of salt, some olive oil, and some tropical seasoning, all right? And if you have cayenne pepper, you put a good amount of cayenne pepper because I want the zest in it. And some olive oil, I said that, right?
Yes.
And I marinate it in a bowl like this, all right? And what I do, I remove the head, okay, the dark parts of it, all right? And then the big one, I slice them, okay? Sometime depending on the size, I put it like this. Or the small one like this, I just remove the dead skin, All right, I don't do it like they do it in the restaurant. The restaurants, some of the restaurants, they leave all the dead skins on it. So I do this like this, and marinate it. You wanna.
So yeah, let's do
a little bowl, and
so
then.
Do a little colorful. All right. Okay.
I remove some of the dead skins. Yep.
And then you put some olive oil instead.
A little bit of I'll put it on down. All right.
So take out the dead skin, put a little bit of olive oil. You mentioned garlic. How is it? How do you do the garlic? Is it
the garlic? I just put the garlic in the middle of everything.
So is it whole? Is it diced?
Just take out the yeah. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to the city clerk of North Miami, right? Ms. Joseph, who basically spent a lot of time doing budget season downtown as well. And she gave us the idea of starting a new swimming program in the city of North Miami, which I'd like to name after Alisa Lucian. Yeah.
And Alisa Lucian is?
The young lady that died
yes.
learning to swim because
Our
she wanted to, baby clerk?
Well,
you call
we
it?
refer to her as a baby clerk. So
exactly.
I'm glad that you're saying that, and you know, that's a sad
story.
Such a sad story. But just highlighting the good thing, one of the things that I've done as an elected official is I sponsored an ordinance for us to have a youth council. So especially if you're a parent watching, please, this is such an important program, I think. And I wish I had this growing up as a child. So the youth council are appointed by a selected official, and they have an opportunity to learn about government. And like we're doing right now, we're taking the time to learn government week, except that they're doing it throughout the school years. So they have an opportunity to get community service and to travel and to just learn and to just be good civic citizens and learn the importance of getting engaged early on. Okay, that's how you do it. And so, so she was referred to as our baby clerk, and she actually last year around this time, she swore in our youth council. As you know, we had a mayor and a youth council. Mm-hmm. So I'm just very excited about that. So I'm so happy that you are naming this.
Well, I'm not. The city clerk will. As a matter of fact, I think she's already reached out to city council to get a resolution approved to name the program after this young lady, which I am encouraging because I am giving $250,000 to the city to start that program, that swimming program, because we don't want any other kid in the city die because he or she is learning to swim.
That's one of the
and this is a program that when I was a city council person, we had in the city.
You got it.
Thank you. We had in the city before. So if you realize, folks, I add a little bit of olive oil to everything I'm doing because that's good for the heart. All right. And yeah, whenever I pick up something, yes, I wash my hand right away. And I baked this Brussels sprout to 400 or 425 degrees for like 20 minutes, depending on the oven. And if you like it a little crispy, you have to take it out right away and eat it. And if you like it's moist, you let it sit in the toaster or oven a little while. All right. And get cool. But that's it.
I
That's
love
not
that.
complicated.
It's so easy.
Not complicated
it's
at
simple,
all.
and it's healthy.
Yes, and when it comes out like this. All right.
I think we have to bring it
Yummy.
closer, Commissioner. Are you able to see? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. All right.
This is very good. Try one.
Make sure I try one. Very good.
There's no meat in it.
That's why I'm eating it. Very good. Thank you. I think I have another one.
Mine is probably better than the one that you eat at Cooper's Hawk. Alright? They have good ones. Good Brussels sprout. Alright. So, now the next step is to... How much time do we have? Oh,
How much time is
5 minutes. Okay, very good. Great timing. So now, I need fire.
Okay.
And we're going to finish our sauce.
So do you want it high or medium high?
High first, since we pressed for time.
Okay.
All right. And I need a lot of vegetables.
So you want me to cook some myself?
No, I think I'll do it quickly.
Okay. So you're going to put in red peppers, green peppers, all of those different colored peppers, correct?
All the peppers and all kind of onions. That's what I have in there. Nothing complicated for the sauce.
Any garlic?
Of course. Garlic and everything that I cook. Yes. Garlic. Yeah.
Do you put it whole or do you cut it?
When I have time, I cut them.
I can help out. Is this fine?
Yes.
And do we need more onions?
Okay, folks. This is how you do the cashew sauce. All right. Put your cashew. Drop some water in this.
That's okay.
Put your cashew in the pan. All right. This is a blend that I purchased. Organic again. You can get this at Costco. All right.
And we'll put it to boil, right?
This I'm gonna leave you as a gift.
Oh.
This is supposed to slow cook. Slow cook. It's supposed to be covered, slow cook. Very slow cook. Very slow cook. Like to almost the lowest.
And it is?
For at least an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God that the commissioner was able to pre-boil some at home.
I pre-boiled it because it takes so much time.
This is what it looks like pre-boiled.
All right.
All right.
And that's a specialty of people from northern portion of Haiti. Like from Cap Haïtien. They eat this every day.
So your oil is hot.
Yeah, lowered.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, because some water fell into it. I think that's what happened.
So you need to throw everything in at once?
Yes.
Okay.
Lower it, very low, please. All right. So this is what we do. All the vegetables. Yellow and orange bell pepper.
Yeah.
Together with garlic and green pepper. All right. That's a lot of vegetables in there. All right. Make sure you stir this so that the...
Should I put the fire higher now?
Yeah, since we pressed for time. All right. And again, now I'll put my seasoning. Salt first, of course, not a whole lot. Never a whole lot of salt. All right. Cayenne pepper, and put a little bit more salt. And all-purpose seasoning, just a little bit.
And I guess none of your spice.
And the tiny bit of my spice that is left. Right? Yep. By the way, my assistant is doing a wonderful job. My assistant is my sous chef. That's the name, right? Of the Councilwoman. Supreme Chef.
Chef. Yes, that's right.
All right.
That looks good. I can have that all by itself.
Yes.
And so we need to drain the, are we going to need to drain the cashew?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No. All right. So now this is what it is, people. Now that I've marinated my little cashew, my sauce, all my vegetables, and the water, the fire is at the right temperature, right? Is it?
I think so.
A little bit more?
Just a tiny
Oh, I forgot that. Be good. That's exactly why I bought this, just for that. And I'm gonna add a little bit of my tomato sauce.
You want me to open it? Look, I'm stronger. Oh.
Yep. Yep.
I
Yep.
did it.
Bravo. Yes. Yes, yes.
With my left hand. Did I mention that?
All right. And again, this is my wonderful, how do you pronounce the name?
Tomato.
Pisana?
Pisana, yes.
Organic.
Organic pisana. So we get the point. Organic everything, guys.
All right, the real deal. I put 3 spoons in this, maybe 4. All right, to give it a little coloring. And some people don't like any color in their, what do you call that?
Oh, and the salmon.
Salmon, but usually I add 1 spoon of tomato sauce as well. And now I'm ready to pour
All right.
the very well cooked cashew that we boiled
for an hour and a half.
Yes.
So
An hour and a half and sometimes 2
a lot of people
hours.
say to me,
All
hey,
right.
you're a vegetarian. Now, what do you do for protein? Well, this is one of the
That's
things that I
it.
do for protein. Cashew. Cashew is very high.
My son is vegan and he does a lot of that. And we do it for him as well. So, and when I was vegetarian, I used to do a lot of, I used to be vegetarian.
Yes. For
Right.
24 hours?
No, I was vegetarian for about 2 years. But because I was traveling a lot, it was difficult to find things on the road.
Yeah, it is difficult.
So, I wasn't as brave as Councilwoman Mary Estimé-Irvin.
Well, I was only born this way.
All right. So,
Good.
it's not good yet. It's going to simmer for a little while. All right. And I could have added a little bit more.
It's not too late, right, Fox?
A little bit more vegetables.
Vegetables.
Because
Okay.
I like
Do
a
that
lot of
real quick.
vegetable in this. Especially onions. I love my onions.
And we can do that real quick.
All right.
So, if you're just tuning on, which I hope you were able to see most of it, we had a really, really, really good, interesting show as we talk about government. Let me show the commissioner. Let me pull out some stuff here. We were able to have.
Patricia, this is going to be so yummy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We did some quinoa. Look at this. I don't think they've seen the quinoa. With green peas. Great. Ooh, commissioner.
This is going to be yummy.
We have some Brussels sprouts, which I tasted, and I'm about to have some more. Taste it. And
if you said you tasted, tell them how it tastes.
It's high.
It's high.
No, it was really good. And then, I don't know if we can sneak the camera in here to see. We have salmon.
We can take it out for a minute.
Yeah, we can. Ooh, it's starting to look good already. And
salmon. It's going to be tasty.
Yeah, it looks really, really good.
Go ahead.
And you just saw our cashew in the mix.
Yep. This, if you eat this 3 times a week, you don't need to beg anyone for energy or for protein. Yeah. So I try not to eat that at night because it keeps me up. Yeah, true. So if I'm going to have my dinner, I will make sure I have my cashew no later than 6 o'clock. Everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. But me, it will keep me up. All right? That's exactly why when I boil my cashew, first of all, let the water dry as it's boiled. And after it's done boiling, when the water goes very, very low, that's when I add more water to it and drain it again and leave a little half of it to put in the sauce. And I always boil the cashew with salt, so that when you're doing this, you don't have to add that much salt. So we'll see how this one, if anything is gonna have a little bit of salt today, it's probably gonna be the cashew that has a little bit more because I added a little bit more salt in this one. So this is gonna boil and simmer for about maybe 7-10 minutes, and like they say in Creole, so that the cashew can lague in there. So that the cashew, translate that in English, loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, loosen up.
A little bit in there. And yeah, but I do wanna add a little bit more. I love to see a lot of onions, yes, in my sauce.
So while you're cutting the onions, Commissioner, I just want to thank everyone that tuned in. Again, I'm Councilwoman Mary Estimé-Irvin, and this is one of our virtual talks during Government Week, where we're just bringing, government to you. We're just explaining to you what we do, what are the things that we do, how it impacts your life, and we're going to be doing a whole lot of this for the rest of the week. So this evening at 6 o'clock, please join us at the Scott Galvin Center, formerly known as the Wildcat Center, at the old Johnson & Wells School, and the address is 1600 Northeast 126th Street at 6 o'clock, and you get to meet other elected officials like our County Commissioner Jean Monestime that will be there to greet you and to talk to you and to mingle with you. So we just wanted to kick off our Government Week this year with a nice kickoff reception. And then on Wednesday, for all of you who are business owners or have a heart to do business, there's going to be a lot of great projects coming in the city of North Miami. We're particularly working on a P3, a private-public partnership that we'll be working on and renovating our whole downtown area. So come and learn about it. And that's going to be on Wednesday, the 19th at FIU North Campus at 8 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. in the morning. Come and learn about the possible about what North Miami is going to transform, or what North Miami can transform to. And on Thursday, at 6:30 at Griffin Center, we're going to have our town hall, and we will be blessed to have Senator Chevron Jones. So again, come out Thursday at 6:30 at Griffin Center. So you can have a conversation. Chef and Jones will be there, but you'll be able to talk to other departments, especially the housing department, for people that are looking for first-time home buying, for people that would like to repair their homes, and etc. And then I'm sure that you enjoyed Commissioner Jean Monestime, and we're going to have another special guest. On Friday, we're going to have Dr. Steve Gallen. He's going to come in on Friday and tune in. And so you'll have to come back on Friday at 1 o'clock to see what other dish we're going to have. But Jean Monestime, Commissioner Jean Monestime, thank you so much for coming into my kitchen. I tried to get into your kitchen, but come into my kitchen and to share your recipe and your dish with the residents of North Miami.
Councilwoman Estimé-Irvin, thank you so very much for the invitation. You know, my kitchen is not really my kitchen. That's why I needed permission, but today was not a good day because the kitchen is occupied today. So, but it was a pleasure being here today, cooking. And because everybody needs to know, as an elected official, being a politician is not all that we are. We do have other hobbies. Like you can tell, I don't cook every day. I don't even cook every month. But you can tell one of my hobby when I really want to get off my web is cooking and also music and other things. So it's a pleasure being here with the Councilwoman cooking today. My announcement is you need to please stay engaged with your county government. Your elected officials can accomplish a whole lot more. And I'm inviting also the people in the municipalities that we represent to also engage with the county government, because during the county processes, whatever it may be, zoning, budget, and anything, sometimes the involvement of community and elected officials in the municipalities can really help, because no matter how smart we are, we still need advice, we still need good counsel, we need people with good eyes, with good ears, and a good heart, especially a good heart, sharing thoughts with us that can help improve our community. So I look forward to watching Dr. Gallen cooking on Friday.
Challenge, Dr. Gallen.
No challenge to the doctor. The doctor looks like he could be a good chef as well. So again, for your housing needs, if you need any assistance, you can call all the different agencies in the county, the local one and the county-wide one. But also you can call the Housing Advocacy Hotline, 786-469-4545, 786-469-4545. So, gen problem kay, et pou ta reme assistance, parce qu'on pas ka paye kay, ou bien parce que ou dans la rue, relé et moun qui a défendre droit et citoyen qui besoin kayo, dans numéro ça, 786 469 45 45. 786-469-4545. Again, Madam Councilwoman, it was a pleasure working in your kitchen today. Thank you for allowing me to make a mess out of it. And then we'll help you clean after the camera goes off.
Thank you, North Miami, and have a great day.
Oh, let me say thank you to staff as well. I didn't know there were people in the city assisting with this. Thank you so very much. I hope Patricia and the Councilwoman and my chief of staff, Elizabeth, don't eat all the food. Also bring you some. And voila. I hope they don't eat all the food. I hope they bring you some and you can tell me how it tastes. All right. Thank you so very much. It was good to be at your service.